Hey, what's going on? Thank you for watching Lost Day Syndrome. My name is Matt Brown, and I want to do a quick video of last night's Thunder game against the Pelicans. And I haven't had a lot of time to watch very much Thunder basketball since I've been going back to college, which I'm almost done. And it's actually really convenient now that I'm almost done with school. Thunder basketball seems to be trending back up. But even living in Oklahoma, I don't get to watch that many Thunder games, even if I wanted to, because, well, they're not on that many nationalized games, and I don't have Valley Sports, and I'm probably going to get something next season or something, or even if I had to get the league pass, because I don't want to miss out on this Thunder basketball team right now. Right now, it's time to jump on the bandwagon for those who haven't jumped on. But anyways, here's some thoughts from last night's game. Well, at the beginning, it looked like a little alarming how easily the Pelicans center, I forget his name. I just don't want to butcher it, but you know who I'm talking about. He was getting his way in the paint, as far not just from scoring, but offensive rebounds, but just killing us. Jay Will did a great job, especially considering that he's a rookie and undersized against a vet player. And you got to give props to the coaching staff that they saw what they needed to be done. They made the adjustments, and they made it pretty quick. And they didn't even wait till halftime. I don't really remember that bad. I mean, it still happened, but not as frequent at the very beginning of the game, of them easily getting offensive rebounds and being out of position or in bad position in the paint. So really big props on that. I love a coaching staff and a coach that can make adjustments. I feel like, especially during the Scott Brooks years and some of the Billy Donovan years, just seems like I didn't really see the adjustments like almost as quick as what I saw in last night's game. So that is really cool. Not just a young Thunder team. Speaking of which, to me, I feel like at the very beginning, you could kind of tell that they were a little tense, a little apprehensive, and that's what you would expect from the second youngest team in the NBA. But it just seems like, I don't know, like around second quarter, it just seems like they put it to the side. I think it was Mark Jackson was saying, this is a young team, but you can tell that they belong, and they did look like they belonged. They didn't seem like the stage was too big for them, and that is a great sign of the poise that the Thunder have, and it just should be excited that how young this team is, to not be, for the stage not to be too big for them, and for them to play out like that is just got me. It's just really excited. So other thoughts. SGA, he had a slow start. Then he, as you would expect, all the attention was on him. He really obviously came around throughout the game. He let the game come to him, and that's just the sign of a superstar basketball player. SGA is a totally different player from his first time. It wasn't his first time in the playoffs with the Thunder. He did have experience with the Clippers, but still, he was a really young player at the time, and you can just see, even he's still a young player now, and for him to almost be playing like he's at this level, and it just shows you that this is a superstar that we have in SGA. And I don't know what else. I don't know what else you can say. Well, you can't say a lot is about Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey, at 20 years old, almost had a triple-double, just one rebound away. And it was like a really quiet triple-double. I didn't even realize how bad or how good his stats were. And next thing you know, someone was like, I don't know who said it in the announcer booth, but just they were saying like, oh, Giddey already with like 24 points. And I'm like, it doesn't even seem like he had 24 points. He started off really good from shooting, and then he was missing some layups, some shots that, he typically makes. He actually started making them towards the end. And so I'm really excited about Josh Giddey, especially he seems to have a lot of haters. I don't know why some people want to trade him, especially him being so young. I feel like he's only going to get better. I mean, he has flaws, but I believe they are fixable. And, of course, just about any player's got flaws, especially when they're just 20 years old. But I'm a believer in Giddey. You can count me down. Dort, I'm not going to say I'm a Dort hater, but, the one thing I think is pretty common that I wish he would not sometimes shoot ourselves out of a game. However, last night, the Thunder I don't think they can win last night without Dort shooting at the first quarter. The guy was just amazing. I'm sure the Pelicans were like, really? Like, Dort, you've been you're going to shooting like average at best all year, and now you're going to shoot like this. So kudos to him. There's just something about Dort, I guess, when it comes to the postseason, and that's a good thing. I'd rather have him show up in the postseason if that. I mean, he shows up all the time. I'm talking more about his offense and his defense. I mean, what you can't really say much, you know, that hasn't already been said. His defense was amazing against Ingram, and he's definitely, I don't see, you know, he's definitely a big core piece of this Thunder team for the future. So other thoughts, you know, the adjustments, you know, SGA letting the game come to him. He didn't seem overwhelmed. He didn't seem rattled at all. He was smiling, you know, confidence was just oozing. And I know the team was just feeding off his energy. You know, when you have your leader, if he's playing that confident, just looks that confident, for sure it's going to spill over to everybody else. So it's good to have a natural leader like that in SGA. You got, and I'm so excited about that. Let's see. Jay Will, he's the typical glue guy, man. I'm so glad that he started off shooting bad, but I was happy that he still kept continuing shooting, and that's what he needs to do. I'm glad he didn't get too down on himself. He didn't seem rattled that he started off, I think it was 0 for 6, and he ended up making a 3. But the good thing is, like, you know, it was those glue guys that you need. He had 8 boards, 8 assists. I'm not sure what else defensive stats he had, but still, he did a great job in the adjustments that he made towards the rest of the game. It wasn't as a glaring hole like there was at the beginning, where it just seems like they were getting all the offensive rebounds and easy points in the paint. And so got to give credit to Jay Will. J-Dub had a little bit of a below average game, but, you know, that's just, you know, typical from a rookie, and I believe he'll bounce back, you know, and not necessarily next game, but just throughout his career in the playoffs. I believe he's definitely, he'll only play better, so I'm not really worried about that. Aaron Wiggins, I've always been a big fan of Wiggins. I'm glad he got some minutes. He ended up getting more playing time than Waters. Waters started off in there, and they made the adjustment, and Wiggins got more of those minutes, and it paid off good. One thing that sticks out is that he stole the ball or rebound from Jackson Hayes, and got an and one, and that was big key. That was a big moment at the game. Another moment of the game was, oh, what's that, guys? The Pelicans player that made that flagrant foul on Giddey. Was it Richardson? Is that his name? And I'm kind of glad that he did that, because to me, I believe that was the turning point of the game last night. It looked like the Pelicans were getting ready to just take off, because they were coming down from behind, and then they got the lead, and the crowd erupted. And it just killed the whole vibe after that flagrant foul. And so you don't like to see that done to your player, but I kudos to the Thunder for using that as you know, as a source, for using that to channel whatever they needed to focus back into the game. Because to me, they just had a totally different play after that. So that was a big key moment. What other thoughts? Man, some good stuff. I'm just so excited, man. It's just so good to see Thunder basketball play in a relevant game like that. To me, they belong into the, you know, being part of the elite. I know they're not elite like the Lakers or Celtics, but they are, for the longest time, they were in the elite, you know, during the KD and Westbrook days. And I believe they're not too far away behind. I can't think of a team, since I've been following the NBA, that's had this much potential in the future. And it's, you know, it doesn't really necessarily mean anything. You still got to go out there and play, but the future is bright, and they still got Chet Holmgren, you know, coming back next season. So everything right now is just icing on the cake. They've exceeded the expectations, not just from me, but even all the experts. Hardly anybody, I don't think anybody would expect them to be in the play-in tournament. So they're far ahead of schedule. And so they play the T-Wolves tomorrow. I'm excited about that game. I'm not really going to make any predictions. I'm still, you know, stuck in doing college right now, but I'm going to watch that game for sure. I just had to come out and break my hiatus right now and kind of come out and just talk about that game because I was so excited, so pumped. I was so pumped. I actually had to go to the gym, play some basketball. That's how excited I was. I felt like a kid again, seeing the, my team go out there and win like that on the road in an environment like that, under pressure, underdogs. So that just shows you that this Thunder team is not just some, just like, I don't know what I'm working for. Forget what I'm saying. Anyways, I think I'm just blabbing now. But I just want to say that was an awesome game as a Thunder fan. I hope you guys enjoyed. There's going to be plenty more like that in the future. And so that's about it, guys. I know it's nothing earth-shattering that hasn't probably been said already, but I just want to get back out there and just share my excitement for this Thunder basketball team, and hope you guys enjoy it too. Give me your thoughts, whatever y'all think about it. And I'll be seeing you all next time. Later.